You're taking a look at dozens of artifacts preserved from the Vietnam War that have been dropped off over the last several years at the California Vietnam Veterans Memorial. Now, we're in the research lab of the California State Archives with Karen Daniel Lagomarsino. So, Karen, tell me a little bit about how these artifacts come to you guys.
Well, there is a Vietnam Veterans Memorial in the State Capitol Park, which was established in 1988. The groundskeepers periodically pick up items that people who have visited that memorial have left there, and they come to the State Archives to be preserved and recorded and saved for reference and display as people feel the need.
And some of these items that we're looking at on this side have obviously a historical aspect to them, but down on this other side, a lot of personal mementos that have been dropped off. I mean, some of these have a very impactful tie, you can tell. You know, what sticks out to you?
Well, there are several, and of course we don't know from whom these come for the most part. I mean, yes, there's a poem from her mother. We probably could track down who she is, but people have left very meaningful, very emotional mementos. They've also left some, what you might find a little bit fun or funny, in the sense that this beer can was obviously left by somebody who used to sit down and have a beer with the soldier that he or she has lost. And so, you know, the little note here, it says it's not a bud, but it's a beer. Love, Buddy. And pack of cigarettes similarly was left at the memorial, and basically they did leave an entertaining sort of note that says sometimes the hardest things to get on operation was cigarettes or smokes. If you smoke, take a moment to share a thought with
Share a thought with someone.
Yeah,
these are very
right.
personal notes, and this is a pretty significant collection, about 1,300 items that have been collected since 1988 to now. Why is it so important to preserve these items and have them on display like this?
Well, the archivist's role is to preserve history and try to make meaning out of it for people who want to research and how to project that into future actions. We like to say that you learn from your mistakes and you build on your successes. So these are preserved because they have meaning to the people who left them there. Oftentimes they don't identify again who it was that left them, but you capture the feelings and the grief and the maybe hope that people have when they come to that memorial.
Absolutely, you can definitely see that in each of these pieces. And if you're somebody that's interested in learning more and getting to check out some of these pieces yourself, make an appointment preferably, but you can also make an appointment with the California State Archives to look at some of these items, and we'll have the information on how you can go about doing that on fox40.com. Reporting in Sacramento, covering local news that matters, Clay Curtis, Fox 40 News.